Hello, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can add equipable items to your player. So I have downloaded this pack from the asset store. Contains some swords and I would like to add a dagger, this one, to the game. So first of all, check if the rig type is set to none because we don't need any animations. Hit apply and then go to model tab and drag the model to the scene. As you can see, the size is very big, so we need to reduce the size. You could scale that down, but I like to keep the scale at 1:1:1, so I'm going to set the scale factor maybe to 0.01 and see if the size is okay for this one. So reset the position to 000 so we can compare the size of the dagger to our player. If it's too big, then you can scale it down. If it's too small, yeah, just set the scale factor higher. For now, this one is okay. The next step is to create the dagger item. So I'm going into the inventory system editor, clicking on the plus button, create an equipment item, enter a name, dagger, select an icon. Let's just use this one for our dagger for now. And then drag and drop the model prefab to the scene from your project. So I'm going to, this one is our dagger. I'm going to drop it here to the prefab field and click the setup button. Save this as a new prefab. I'm going to save it to examples, prefabs, items, and then enter the name for this prefab. So I'm going to call it dagger. Save. Add a description. Let's just say combat melee weapon. Then let's add a category of type weapon. It's sellable. Set up the sell price and buy price. We can set this as craftable, but yeah, we don't need this for now. So the next step is to define the equipment region. There are some presets in the database: head, shoulders, torsos, and so on. And we have two hands here, so right hand and left hand. And I want this weapon to be equipable to the right hand. So I'm going to add a new equipment region and say it's equipable to the right hand. Now we can test our weapon if we can pick it up. So I'm going to our prefabs folder and drag and drop the created prefab to the scene. So let's position it here. Move it a little bit or rotate it. Something like this. Double check if the mesh collider has a mesh and his trigger is not set to true. So this should be false in version 2.1.1. You can use this as trigger, but for now we can't use it, so I'm going to leave it as false. Then check the trigger type. So I want this to be, when I left click on it, I want to pick it up, or if I press a key. Then click on edit behavior, and first of all we should check if our inventory is full or not. So if we can pick up this dagger at all. This is the container where we want to put it in. So to the inventory first of all. Then I want to play pickup animation, so I'm going to add a crossfade action, and that's the default pickup animation. If you have a different one, then just enter the animator state here, the name for it. Then I want to save, to wait a little bit before before destroying this game object and putting it to the inventory. So I'm going to wait just 1 second, and then in the next step I want to put it to our inventory. I want to destroy the dagger from the world, and I want to pick up everything. So if it would be not a dagger but a bag or something like this, and it would contain multiple items in it, so here we have just one, but if we add dagger, some copper currency, or like a bag, then with -1 you would pick up every item in this game object, so basically on this trigger. Right now we have just one, so it doesn't matter if we have -1 or 1. So I'm going to leave it as -1. And that's basically it for the pickup. So let's go to apply the changes to our prefab, apply all, and hit play to test it out. So I'm close enough. I click on F and I get the dagger to my inventory. But if I click on it, so we can pick it up and it goes to the right hand, but I think it was right, yeah, right hand. But we can't see it on our player. So for the next step, we need to select our player, find the equipment handler component on it, make sure that your bone is set up to left hand, right hand, so you have the bones, the correct bones, where this item should be attached to. Then click on items, click on add visible item. This one is a melee weapon, click on that. Select the dagger item, then increase the attachments field here by 1. Select the right hand and drag and drop our created prefab to the prefab field here from the project. So drag and drop it here. Then we can hit the attach button and the game object, or you will get a handle. First of all, make sure it's sized 111. Okay, we can't because we have this dagger already there, so I'm going to select it and set it here to 111, and now you can just rotate it and position it as you want. So I'm going, and as you can see, the position and rotation changes in this field here. So I'm going to position it to something like this. We will I think we will need to adjust it in a second when we play. So for now that's okay. Okay, great. So we can close this. We should delete our prefab. So go back, items, dagger, and then click on remove prefab handle. So this item gets removed by default. Then hit play. And as you can see, we have already equipped it. So let's adjust the position. So as you can see, when we equip it, it gets visible, but the position is a little bit offset here, so I'm going to select this one and then rotate it and position it to the correct position where it should be. Let's hit pause. That's okay for now. So we need now to basically get these values and get them into our attachment field. So I'm going to copy this component here, the transform component, right click, copy component, go out of play mode, select our player, the root, find the equipment handler, select items, go to Dagger, and then attach prefab handle again. Now we have the handle here, and I select this handle and paste this component, paste component values here. So this is the correct position where it should be when we equip this item. Then click on remove equipment handle again, hit play to check it, and that's basically done. So when we equip it, then the sword gets positioned correctly, or the dagger.